Hey guys, Yo here, and today I'm going to be doing a creator commentary on the object show Tool Duel, which is of course made by me. So without further ado, let's begin. So to start off, how did I come up with Tool Duel in the first place? Well, I could definitely tell that Tool Duel was an idea that I had like a long time ago, possibly like 1 or 2 years. Maybe it was like in 2023, I guess. Yeah, that's just my best guess. And the name for the object show was made because I thought the name Tool Duel was fitting enough. And to make things even more funnier, it's... I don't know if it's intentional or not, but this was named after the Blaze and the Monster Machines episode Tool Duel. So, adding this all up, it just makes a funny coincidence. Now, next up, how did I come up with the characters? Well, to start off with the characters' colors, obviously I decided for them to be rainbow colored, because I thought it would make the cast much more colorful and all. And how did I come up with the characters? Well, it was challenging, but thankfully it wasn't that challenging. Though the reason why I called it challenging is because of the limited amount of iconic carpenter tools like hammers, wrenches, screwdrivers, drills, saws, and pliers, and yeah. Picking those 6 tools is literally my best choice for a cast. And Toolbox being the host is extremely obvious. And how did I come up with the background? Easy. Literally, my imagination. My literal imagination, and nothing else. Now, what are the personalities of the characters? Well, Toolbox, as the caretaker of the tools, is of course a motherly figure, and of course she takes care of the tools in a great way. Pliers has the least confidence. Screwdriver is supportive around all his friends. Drill, despite being a tough guy, is also aware of his own personality and tries not too hard to overdo the cool guy trope. And Saw, well, I would picture Saw as grumpy since he's the only tool who can't nail with nails, of course. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be mad at me when I say that, but whatever. Oh, and what I just said about Saw gives out another fun fact about him. He was originally going to be the villain of Tool Duel, and eventually learns his lesson at the end to not be aggressive over something he can't do. But I'll just get to that later, cause there's just 2 more characters to go until Wrench. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Saw does care for his fellow tools. So anyways, next on with the Hammer, he is, of course, a goofy odd character. And Wrench, yeah, I'm pretty sure you all already know what she acts like. Well, I'm just going to restate it anyway. So, at the beginning, she is thought to be a nice tool, but in episode 3, she stole Pliers' toolbox and angered him. And in episode 4, she reveals that she is a bad person. She even went far as to even obliterating the tools and toolbox, especially shown in episode 5 and 6, where she actually tried to do it. But unlike what Saw was originally going to do, she is just too insane to learn from her mistakes, and she eventually got thrown in a jail cell, and that's pretty much it for her. Now, next up, how do I make up episodes for Tool Duel? Well, for challenges, I make them in my head, of course, my imagination. And did you know that every Tool Duel episode is unscripted? Yeah, Tool Duel is just another unscripted object show I made. And not to mention, it's another solo project I made myself. Damn, I need to learn how to cooperate with others more. But, on to the next thing. What made Tool Duel exist in the first place? Well, originally, I never really thought about trying to start Tool Duel. But, on March this year, some people were harassing me over the content I make. Yeah, I made a lame object show reboot and they started complaining about it for no reason. Yeah. They didn't even need to lash out at me. They could have just criticized me like in a nicer way. I know what criticism is, but I just don't really like it when I'm criticized this harshly. But anyways, since they wanted a new object show, it was finally an opportunity for Tool Duel to rise, and Tool Duel existed just like that. Now, did I have fun working on Tool Duel or no? Okay, so hear me out. While I enjoyed working on Tool Duel, debatably for the most part, in reality, I didn't really have that much fun working on Tool Duel as much as I did with other shows like Battle for Optic Paradise and Battle for Pencil, even Square's show, except it's for the more earlier episodes, cause, yeah, I don't really know. But hear me out. I prefer the characters I have made over the past years over making new characters. Yeah, I know, there are lots of opportunities to make new characters, but I'm just more attached to the characters that I made over the past few years. And listen, about this whole reminiscing thing I do, listen, it's completely unintentional. I am not aware about how often I reminisce. I mean, I like to reminisce, it's one of my hobbies, but I am aware about the consequences of reminiscing too much, because one thing is that if you reminisce too much, then that means that you won't really be adapted to new life. You must focus more on new life rather than just reminiscing all the time. It's fine, but it isn't right to overdo it. And I'm sorry if I pissed y'all off. Right then, next up, do I have any favorites or least favorites from Tool Duel? Well, I actually do have some favorites on Tool Duel. Obviously Saw, because I just love Saw. He's the coolest character in my opinion. I also love Hammer too, because he's just so goofy Now on to least favorites. Well, I would have originally said that Wrench would be my least favorite Tool Duel character, but after the villain twist I gave her, she's now pretty much either my third or fourth favorite character. I don't know, cause Dro's on there too. So, for a least favorite character, it's pretty much Toolbox. I mean, I have nothing against Toolbox, obviously, but the others are just better than her. Now, will Tool Duel have more seasons, yes or no? Well, considering the fact that I've been working on Tool Duel for 8 months straight, I don't really want to work on it for a while, because it took me this long to finish the show. It took me even longer to do so, thanks to the Los Angeles vacation I had on August this year. And I also kind of want to stop making actual object shows for a while and just make animated shorts for more frequent content. And to try and have fun while operating my channel. But anything can happen. A Tool Duel Season 2 may happen depending on my mood. But that doesn't mean I'm instantly going to make a second Tool Duel season, because I wish we had enough of working on Tool Duel. I've been working on this show for 8 whole months, and the only reason why I did this is so that you guys wanted a new object show like you requested, and so I made one. But I just rather stick to the characters that I made over the years, okay? Now, I'm pretty sure this is the last thing I'm going to be saying before the creator commentary ends. What object shows will I be working on now that I finished Tool Duel? I already pretty much explained this. I kind of want to take a break from working on actual object shows and just try and experiment with animated shorts, like reanimations of South Park and Family Guy with my own characters, just to try and have a bit more fun on my channel, that's all. And that's the entire creator commentary finished. But here's just one more thing I have to say before it actually finishes. This is going to be the very last video made on my old phone, cause this phone's starting to get outdated. The battery dies quicker, and I keep getting kicked out of Flip-A-Clip often. I don't know why, but I still do. And with those reasons, I'm not going to be using my old phone to make videos anymore. It's too outdated to go any further just to make more videos anymore. And yeah. So, content will officially move to my newer phone, where the battery lasts much more longer, and it doesn't kick me out of Flip-A-Clip. And with that out of the way, from now on, videos will now be made through my new phone. I'm not going to be using my old phone anymore. It's too outdated and you know it. But that means I have to create the assets all over again. Crap. Right then, I guess that should wrap up the entire creator commentary. I hope you enjoyed listening to my awesome voice, and I'll see you in the next video.